Bianca Belair haters, you are absolutely going to hate this. In this video, I'm going to tell you what this is because Bianca Belair continues to prove all the haters wrong. She continuously finds success, including what they're doing with Bianca Belair right now with Jade Cargill, which is absolutely masterpiece type of booking. You take an established top star like Bianca Belair, who has done it all, who has seen it all, has even headlined a WrestleMania before. You put her in a prominent, important spot, not only for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, but you also put her with a Jade Cargill, who is a unicorn of the wrestling business. And she'll tell you that straight to your face. If you look at what they've been able to do with these two women as a tag team, it's quite remarkable. And this also comes at a time where Bianca Belair, well, she had a very, very long reign as champion, and then she took a lot of time off in 2023. I think she'd be the first to tell you that. But since returning in late 2023, when she was the last member of the babyface team in the Women's War Games match, where she got to team up with the Charlotte Flairs and the Becky Lynches of the world and everyone like that against Damage Control, she's been on a very interesting push because she's such a top star that you have to have her on television. She also probably doesn't need the women's world title right this second, but you also don't want to book her in those programs and have her lose. So what do? Well, you pair her with another top star in Jade Cargill, and they win another set of championships, right? Because we don't have secondary championships. And this also comes at a time where they are putting on the storyline arc of these two women is really, really good right now, because not only did they put a bow on the Damage Control feud, not only did they put a set of championships on Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill that are not necessarily the top spots, but you're also booking them as if they're main event players. Now, what is this news exactly that I think the haters will not like about Bianca Belair? Well, I'm going to tell you, but in just one moment. Just keep in mind, Bianca Belair, from her days in NXT to where she is now, WWE, whether it be Vince McMahon, whether it be Triple H, whether it be Shawn Michaels, they knew this woman had a ton of potential, and she was going to be someone, because she has something that you were just born with. You either have it or you don't have it. And she has it. She is one of the most charismatic stars you will ever see in pro wrestling. Now, let's get to today's topic. What is this thing that Bianca Belair haters will not like? Well, it's the fact that she's done something that she hasn't done in a little bit now. And this tells you the rise, this tells you the popularity, this tells you the momentum in which Bianca Belair currently has. Because WrestleNomics by Brandon Thurston, he came up with a list about the top merchandise sellers in WWE for the month of April. And you should hear some of the names that she is right there up with. Why I like to look at merchandise sales is because it's no different from who is doing the biggest quarter-hour ratings and the television ratings. Who is drawing the most social media engagement? Because that tells you whether someone is on the incline or the decline. Are they rising or are they falling? Are they getting more popular? Are they up to the hype? So obviously we have Cody Rhodes at number 1. He's their top merch seller, followed by CM Punk, WWE, Bray Wyatt at 4, Jey Uso at 5, Roman Reigns at 6, The Rock at 7, Rhea Ripley at 8, but she's been a top merch seller for months now. Bianca Belair at number 9, and Bianca Belair is selling more merchandise than John Cena at number 10. This shows you that the belief that the fans have in a Bianca Belair is true. It tells you that the belief, the hype that they believe in this woman is factual. She is not just talk. What she's been able to do with the fan base, which I don't think people give her enough credit for, is quite remarkable, because if you look at the connection in which Bianca Belair has with the fan base, it's very, very simple. She is a very, very likable person who is a natural babyface who can inspire young women. That is why she's so popular. She has the connectivity. She can connect with the fan base like not a lot of people can do. And she's also extraordinarily talented inside of the squared circle. She can do the promos. She can do any match you want. She can work with anyone. And more importantly, she can make a feud work with anyone. She can put on a great match with anyone. And that, in addition to her connectability with the fans, is why she is so popular. Why Bianca Belair is so over with the fan base. And I think you have to look at her rise in the company as well, because you've gone from her NXT days where she was slowly got over, right? To the point where when she was on the main roster, she was instantly a top star, right? You didn't know what you were going to get from NXT talent to main roster talent, how you were going to make that transition, because while you may just be over with the old school Full Sail University or now the PC fan base where you have, a couple hundred fans or whatever, how are you going to translate that to the main roster? How are you going to translate that to working under Triple H to then Vince McMahon? Bianca Belair was able to successfully do that. And I think you have to give her a lot of credit for doing so, because not everyone could do that. Now, obviously, a large part of that was the presentation and the product that WWE wrapped itself around a talent, right? Did you get any video packages from NXT to the main roster hyping your, debut? Did you get put in a prominent spot when you debuted? Did your push last? Were you able to connect with the fans? Were the fans still buying in? Did you get the seal of approval from a Vince McMahon? Well, Bianca Belair did everything that she needed to do to set herself up for success. And thankfully, Vince McMahon and others saw that in her, and they went with her, and they pushed her, and they did that year in and year out. And even when we went through the change from a Vince McMahon-led creative to a Triple H-led creative in the summer of 2022, well, Bianca Belair was able to sustain that momentum. She was able to sustain that booking power, and she did absolutely phenomenal. She has wrestled them all. She has held the titles in which you want to hold in WWE, even to the point where she headlined WrestleMania 36 in 2021 with Sasha Banks. That is something in which is undeniable. You cannot take away from that from her, and it's something to hang your hat on. So as long as Bianca Belair continuously does what she does it every single week, she will be able to sustain that success. She will be able to sustain her career and the trajectory of going down as one of the greatest baby faces in the history of the pro wrestling business. And yeah, that's kind of a bold statement.